everybody, welcome to Brelsford Family Homestead. I'm Darcy. It is mid-November and this is the garden. I still have things producing, things blooming. We have not had a killing frost yet, but it's coming. We're supposed to have snow later this week, so though I can't complain that we have a gorgeous day where I'm actually sweating mid-November right now in Southwest Ohio, I need to harvest things. This is my loofah. As you can see, this did get hit with frost, so the leaves have died back, but I still have yet to harvest more than one loofah, and there's tons. We've got hot peppers to harvest, we've got garden work to do, and horseradish and ginger to harvest. So let's see how much of it we can get done today. You can harvest loofah when it's green like this, but I'll show you the dried ones. They both peel easily, so it's just personal preference. But I'm just gonna harvest them all now, rinse them, get the seeds out, and then hang them up to dry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a really dry one. I'll show you what they're like opened up. It's a jungle in here. Did I accidentally plant sweet potatoes? This was, I thought, a ornamental sweet potato vine. This is what it was from the nursery. Did you see that? Is that edible? Oh my goodness. Well, those roly-polies are liking it. Wow. Woo! I've worked up a sweat. That cattle mineral tub is full. There might be a couple more down in this mess. I'll get that cleaned up, and there is one on top of the trellis, but it grew through it, so I will have to get something to cut it off of there or just leave it. We'll see. So now let's move on to those hot peppers. Here is my hot pepper bed. You can see there is a lot in here. I know there's going to be some that are overripe or rotten and some that are not ripe at all, but we'll go through and pick them out. I'm just going to cut the plants off and remove the peppers that way. It's a lot easier to clean up than when they get a hard frost and it's all mushy. But I also have just three areas of ginger in here, and there's one directly behind me. So let's pull that one up first. Let me get my hori because I just broke that off with a bunch of the ginger in the ground. I'll be right back. Okay, I have a couple tools. I'll go ahead and cut this part off. You see the rhizomes, that's good ginger. You can keep these stalks and use them for things, and I kept so many last year and didn't really use them very much, so mine are just gonna go to the compost. I will rinse these off before I bring them in the house, trim up these little pieces. Got to dig around in here for a minute and see if I find any more for that plant. All right, it looks like that one. That's all I got. That's okay. I don't remember how big the piece was I planted in that spot. I might have a video on it, I'm not sure. But I know, can you see that? Sorry. I know it was less than this. That's awesome. I think we'll get some more peppers out before going for more ginger, just because it's kind of buried in here. I am cutting the plants just down close to the soil. I'm not actually pulling them out if I can help it, just because that will feed my soil and keep it nice and loose and things. Yum. Red habanero. If there's any bug damage, they're green or not fully ripe, I'm not going to keep them. These these are Sugar Rush Peach, and they are not ripe, and I'm not going to keep those. They'll feed the chickens and the compost. Look at that. Beautiful. Harvesting habaneros in Southwest Ohio in mid-November. Crazy. This one has some bad spots on it, but the Sugar Rush Peach are more this color, not that light yellow when they're ripe. This is how many keepers we have so far. I'm ready to dig up that ginger, so I wanted to bring you back to see how far we've come. This is a lot bigger. And there's more. I'm really happy about that. All right, I'll bring you back to show you the final haul once I finish the rest of this bed. Woo! Here's all of the peppers and the ginger. I have one more thing that I want to harvest right now. I have some other stuff to do in here. I think it might start raining, so I want to get this into the greenhouse so we can go through it and all of that. I can peel some loofah, but this is some horseradish. I have some other places too, but I'm not sure how well it will do in this small container. And I've never harvested it before, so I'm going to go ahead and just harvest all that's in this one. And then I can make fire cider and stuff later with horseradish that I grew myself. A friend of mine, Tommy, thanks Tommy, sent me these last spring. I guess I could bring you down here to see this, huh? I don't want to dump this out in this bed just in case there's any little pieces, because then it will take over this bed. It's tight in there, guys. Oh my goodness. I wonder if it's growing through the bottom. Okay, let's find a place to dump this out. I'm in the chicken run area, so I'm not too concerned about this growing here and taking over. I'm sure that the chickens will peck through it. All right. Smells like horseradish. Not strongly yet. Now I'm wearing it. It is not a huge tuber, but I planted like one little green piece like this last year that just had like a teeny little, it was about this size with a green piece. And considering I ignored this, that's pretty good. I cannot believe how hot I am. It's overcast and everything, and it's mid-November. All right, I want to first separate these peppers. I'm not going to wash them right now. I can do that easily in the house. I probably should be wearing gloves, but I want to rinse off all this ginger and see how much we got. And then we're going to look at the loofahs, and I'll show you how I'm going to peel a dry one and a green one. I can leave them in here to dry out some more, and the ones that I rinse, I think I'm gonna hang up a clothesline in here and then hang them up so they can dry, since I don't have a shelf in here yet to lay them on, and this table may just hold the water. So let me see if I can get this ginger all out first to reduce how much of the peppers I'm touching without gloves. If you know, you know, right? All right, I think I got it all. That's a good amount of peppers. I could definitely do another batch of hot sauce, although I'm not sure that I need to do that. So, well, plus these peppers. So maybe I'll offer them up for other people. I'm not sure how much I just recorded and how much I didn't. I think that I didn't record any of that part. So sorry about that. Here is one whole basket of peppers. It's mostly habaneros, but there is some sugar rush peach in there. I'm not going to wash them right now. I'll wash them inside. I'm not certain if I'm going to keep them or if I'm going to offer them up to others, because I have made quite a bit of hot sauce and I just have a lot of other things to do right now. So this is some of the ginger. I had started rinsing it off. This is all of it. There may still be the original piece, like on this one. I'm thinking that's it. We'll see once I start cutting it up, but as long as it's not rotten, it's fair game. So my plan with this is to grate some of it and freeze it so that I can have fresh grated ginger quickly. If I don't have time to do it, for quick cooking, then I may slice some of it too and dehydrate it for to try out some ginger tea, and then also dehydrate some for ginger powder. So I already have some ginger powder, but hey, I can always have more, and 'tis the season for using ginger and things. So I'm really excited about this. It needs to be cleaned off some more. I'm trying not to spray you. Let me show you that horseradish, and then we will get into the loofah. Just a quick shot of this. What a beautiful harvest. This is the biggest ginger harvest I've ever had, and I didn't even plant that much. This is really awesome. I grabbed 3 different kind of what I felt like were stages of the loofah, so you could see me peel all 3 stages. And also here is the horseradish root that is all, well, not scrubbed, but it's rinsed off. So that's pretty exciting. I do have a lot more of that. I'm just not harvesting it right now. So most people will tell you that you have to wait until your loofah looks like this to harvest it or to peel it, and that is not true. One, because some of us live in places where they don't always get farther than this. So I just pick them when they're ready. Now we're gonna have snow, so I like to cut the end off. One, because I'm going to remove the seeds, and the seeds are only going to be viable if they are black and a little bit plump. So if your loofah seeds don't look like this, then they're not going to be viable. And one loofah will give you so many seeds. So I will shake these out into a bucket, and then when I'm all done, I will lay them out to dry and then store them. And I am going to have so many, and I already have so many from this year. So as I've been thinking about doing this, I decided to do something for you guys. So my camera shut off for some reason. I decided I wanted to do something for you guys. I'm not selling these, but I wanted to offer them to you for free. But you do have to send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. Okay, if it doesn't have a stamp on it, I won't be sending it back. Okay, so if you look in the description, you will find my P.O. box. And if I run out of seeds, which I don't think that's going to happen, I will update the description that I am out. So I will send you a few seeds. It's not going to be a lot because, you know, so only so many will fit in an envelope and it not be crushed in regular mail. So this is, I'm sorry, this is only for residents of the United States of America because I can't be shipping seeds outside of the country. So send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to the P.O. box below and I will send you some of these loofah seeds. All right. Ooh, loofah seeds are going everywhere. So I just have a pot down here and I'm just gonna look already. There's gonna be plenty. That's one. And you saw the big thing back there. Sometimes you won't get them all out, and then when you go to use it, there will be some seeds coming out in the shower. So just be mindful of that if you have a few left, so that they, you know, don't get stuck in your drain or whatever. So I like to just kind of crack it a little bit and then it just peels off. I didn't bring anything in here to put all this in. I'll get something in it. I've got an audience over here. I've got chickens and I've got goats. Now this one may have gone a little long, but we'll see what it looks like. I do wash all of these and then dry them, but it does look like there is a little bit of mold on it, which isn't always a big problem, but we'll see. So that is a nice big one. Get some more seeds out of there. And after, once I rinse these and dry them, then I usually like to cut them in at least in half, because I mean, that's pretty big. Most people are not going to want to use something this large in the shower. However, it makes it real easy to to wash your back. All right, let's peel one of these other ones. Now this one is not as hard as this, and it's starting to turn colors. So let's see, let's get the end cut off here. I should have brought some scissors. See, it just peels off, so it's not difficult. We'll find out together if the seeds are viable. I'm guessing they will be, just because it is starting to turn. They don't have to be completely dry to be viable. So see, that came off really easy, and actually came off in a bigger piece than the dry one. And yes, we do have viable seeds in there. So some of these ones, because this is wet, excuse me, push up my glasses. This is wet and it almost feels soapy. So when I put this in water, it is gonna suds up some, and I like to just rinse it all out really well. So when I do go to use it to wash something or shower, that slime isn't getting on me. So see, these are a little bit plump. There is kind of like a real light white husk on them. Once they're all dry, you can kind of winnow it and blow those out, but you don't have to remove those. It's really not a big deal. But here is one. That one is not viable. See, it's not all black, so that is not going to grow you anything. So you will have to sort through these. Let's cut this one open. I should have brought my scissors. It'd be a little easier than this. Now this one, it's looking like it might be a little too immature. I could be wrong. Huh? Don't do this inside your house. It's a little bit harder to peel, but it is peeling. One year, I think it was my very first year growing loofah, I followed some other directions, and it was having me take these, because none of mine got all the way dry. Had me dry them in the oven and then soak them and then peel them. That was such a process and totally unnecessary. Are we gonna have a chicken join us? I see one of the prairie bluebells back there. All right, this one is definitely more difficult to peel, but it's working. Maybe I could use something to get under there. I did just trim all my nails off. I don't usually have long nails. They just get too much stuff under them. All right, should we open it? Let's go ahead and cut this one some, just because I'm curious to show you the seed viability. Nope, that's definitely doesn't have viable seeds. But these will wash nicely. Some of these younger ones like this, it's so slippery now because my hands are covered in that slime. These younger ones are softer. So if you have a little bit more sensitive skin, when you wash with these, they are softer. I've used them on my face without problem. You know, I don't use a lot of stuff on my face. I don't wear makeup at all anymore. Well, I do wear mascara once in a while, but it makes my eyes swell up, so it's just not worth it. So anyway, no viable seeds. You see you can even hear it. It's kind of like those shampoo, what are they called? I don't know, shampoo something or other. There's a plant. But these will not grow you anything. So we'll have to get all of these out. Let's see how many loofah we actually got. I'm sitting down. So for those who've been encouraging me to do that, I'm trying. So let's see how many loofah we have here. I had harvested one earlier in the season that was dry, and then that was 3. So let's count. Did I start? Did I start counting with those or with these? Let's just count these and add those. So let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 29, 50, 51 plus 3, actually plus 4, 55 loofah. I think I planted 4 plants. There was no more than 4 plants. Wow. That is quite a lot. I mean, just with these, I won't need loofah again for a very long time, but I will grow them again next year because why not? But I'm going to give some of these as gifts to family members too. I'll pick out some of the nicest ones and put them in baskets for them. It's awesome. I'm going to peel all of these ones, I think, now and get them washed. I will show you how I'm washing those. I got something for all of the peels and a thing to wash them in. So let's get one washed. Once I have this washed, I'll pour the water through a colander so I can save any of the seeds. But really, I just put it in, squeeze it repeatedly until like the water starts coming out clear. You'll see how this one probably make the water all sudsy if you can see. These ones will take longer because they, you know, they're still kind of solid in there and all of those immature seeds. So you may want to rinse these. You can see it's almost like soap. Let them dry so that you can get those seeds out a little easier, and then maybe rinse them again before you give them to somebody, or just keep these ones for yourself. If you don't have a big enough container, just go ahead and cut them. I did bring a pair of scissors just in case. I still have a lot of garden cleanup to do. I'm not going to get to that today. It's getting later. I need to make dinner. I still need to finish working on these loofahs. And I'm certainly not going to finish them all today since there are 55 of them. But I can keep them in here in the greenhouse and they'll probably dry out some more. Maybe make those more green ones a little bit easier to peel. But I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me as I did this kind of final harvest of 2024. I hope you'll grow some loofah. Be sure to send me that self-addressed stamped envelope if you would like to grow some seeds fresh from my garden. Till next time, guys, God bless.